Today we will be making this delicious homemade pesto with basil. You will need a couple of large handfuls of fresh basil, a half a cup of olive oil, 2 ounces of freshly grated Parmesan cheese, a quarter of a cup of raw pecans, 6 cloves of garlic, and some sea salt. This is Mediterranean sea salt. This is a mortar and pestle, and I'm going to grind the garlic with it. First, add a couple of pinches of salt and the garlic. Start by bashing the garlic until they are broken down, and then grind it all into a paste. And by doing this, we are hoping to extract the most amount of flavor by releasing the oils of the garlic. Now after this, you're going to want to place the garlic salt paste into a food processor. And then we add the pecans and half of the oil. Now give the food processor a few pulses to start chopping the pecans. And after that, we're going to add the rest of the oil while it is still running slowly until all of that is well incorporated. Now I know most pesto recipes call for pine nuts, but I think pecans taste so much better. I'm not a big fan of the pine flavor. Okay, now stop the food processor and add the Parmesan cheese. And now fill the food processor with as much of the basil as you can, and then continue chopping. Keep adding the basil until all of it's incorporated. You might have to use a spoon or a spatula to push the basil down, but just keep at it and blend all of it in the food processor. Now, it only takes a couple of minutes, but keep at it until you get a really thick, dark, beautifully green sauce. Be careful with the blades of the food processor. They can be quite sharp. And you will want the pesto to be a little bit grainy when it's finished, like this. Here I am adding a small amount of olive oil to the top so the basil doesn't oxidize. Let's get a large pot of water set on the stove, and I'm going to add some salt to the water to flavor the pasta. Let the water come to a boil. Add your pasta. Now here I'm adding 8 ounces of angel hair pasta. Place the pesto in the pasta bowl first. It's better to place the sauce in the bowl rather than in the hot pot with the hot pasta. Now give the pasta and the sauce a toss, and there you have it. Angel hair pasta with basil pesto.